Hey everybody, what's going on? Delta Flight Gaming right here with you. This is Wednesday, so we are playing LA Noire.
Hey, Mr. Jack, there's a statewide APB out on.
Jack's okay. He has something up his sleeve. He's not worried about being caught.
How do we help?
We go after the other side of the equation. Jack has a legion and its cronies running scared. We go after the doctor and some of the other guys.
With the whole department breathing down our necks.
It's time for action, Herschel. It's time for change. Jack's crossed the Rubicon, and we have to be on the other side to help.
Christ, what was that?
It looks like an atomic bomb going off.
Something big.
You think it's the Reds? You think those Rusky sons of bitches that dropped
No,
the
you'd be
H-bomb on
dead.
us?
Calm down, Herschel. We need to be ready for the call.
I'm not waiting for an invitation. Get in the car and head for the cloud. KGPL can give us the details on the way.
Alright, so this is the DLC case for Arson. Nicholson Electroplating, or Electroplating. And we're in Silent Hill.
We have looters around the corner. Cuff them or put them down. We need to get this area under
Jesus! Hey, you guys are stealing stuff. I'm gonna kill you. Seems like, I mean, the dude who's shooting the gun, obviously, that's...
Now ain't the time to be looking for a profit, asshole!
Got him.
The commander will want us at the scene. Let's go.
Alright.
Jesus. I've never seen nothing like this.
I wish I could say the same. It's like a bomb's gone
Clearly.
off. Jesus Christ. Poor people.
We gotta find out what went down.
Delayed, Phelps. Get delayed somewhere?
What in God's name happened here?
Wasn't nuclear. If it was, we'd all be dead from the
Yep.
radiation.
That's reassuring. What's radiation?
Everyone inside the factory was vaporized. Look at the size of that crater.
What's going on over there?
The mayor is going on television, appealing for calm.
Television. We're gonna afford one of those things.
Anything to go on?
You're looking at the remains of Nicholson Electroplating. I have an idea of what might have caused the explosion, but I'm only guessing. Have a look around the rubble, see if you come up.
Alright, we will. This is a huge area for
World's
exploration.
turned upside down, Cole.
Then it's time for us to do our
Yeah.
jobs.
So, yesterday, I was reading into, I guess there's a class action lawsuit against Nintendo for the Joy-Cons. What are you looking at? Oh. Bunsen burner. Because of the, I think it's the left Joy-Con? Yeah, the left Joy-Con will drift. So like if you let go of the controller, your character will still walk, which my controller does that from time to time. And I'm not gonna lie, part of me kind of wants to get involved with it, but at the other side of me is like, I have a Pro controller. I don't use the Joy-Cons hardly ever, and it's not like the drifting thing is, it's not like it's a constant huge thing. What am I hitting? Oh shit!
Heavens above.
Hey, detective! I think I got
What
something
do you
here.
got? Oh, got a shoe.
Any idea what this is?
Very large egg cup? A Viking helmet? How would I know, Phelps?
Looks to me like some kind of machine
Nose,
component.
nose.
An airplane part, maybe.
Huh. Fundamentals of surface finishing.
Doesn't pertain to the case.
Oh, the fire department's outside and flying by. And today, for me, is a very heavy editing day. I got... Let's see, so far I've edited...
Detective, you seen this yet? Come take a look.
Like, I've recorded
Blew the locker open, but shielded the contents.
at least
see
3
what we got in
videos. I have 3 videos recorded that I'm
Phelps.
breaking down into about 4 videos each.
Oh, only OSS agents use these things. We'll need to get the film developed to see if there's an espionage angle.
For a camera that small, yes, there's some sort of espionage that has to be in the works.
Any ideas, Herschel?
It's either a weird
None
cat
that I
toy,
care to utter
Christmas
for public
ornament, or that is
consumption.
one strange earring. Alright, so either there's a big fire
Substitution
outside,
cipher.
or the cops
The
are
Germans used them in the
responding to
war.
something big.
These are cipher rings.
You know what to do with them?
Maybe. They used them in OCS.
Alright.
These first letters are the cipher key. The rest of the message should align itself.
Right. So this one needs to be... Or is... Okay, so is it H? Okay, oh, it's already lined up. Oh, wow, I didn't even realize I was getting letters up top. Shit. I fucked it up somehow. Okay. So... do I need to go to B or to J? Or O? I am so... like, this is like so simple, but I'm... okay, here we go. L. K. North Vermont Avenue. Yep, North Vermont Avenue.
It's an address. 133 North Vermont Avenue.
There's this, what is it? The Enigma machine.
Tomoko Akamoto. Japanese
Clearly.
name.
But it's the Enigma machine. That, it's like, it was used during World War II. And I watched this video about, like, how many possibilities
Looks like all that's
the
left.
cipher,
Try the
you
laundry
know,
deck.
because it was essentially a typewriter that, like, as opposed to printing off a piece of paper, like, you push down A and then, like, T would light up and then you would just write down T.
That's it, Mr. Mayor.
But if you typed A again, it'd be like G would light up. And there's this really cool video I watched on YouTube about it, and it showed, like, they wrote down, like, the total number. It's like
Nobody's ever done this before.
over like 1 billion random
That maybe goes for me too, Phelps.
possibilities
I'm Fred
per,
Nicholson.
like,
This is your place?
What's
to
left
sort
of it?
out. You know, per cipher kind of thing.
32
It was
years of work
really
up
cool
in
to look
smoke.
at. And then what was the show? Or not show, but the
Tell us
movie.
what happened here.
Our chief chemist, Harold McClellan, was
Imitation
using this
Game?
area to test
I
the
think.
new process.
And what exactly is this new
The-
process?
That's
I think it's the one that has the
classified
guy who plays
information, son.
who plays Doctor Strange.
A lot of people died here, Mr. Nicholson. I'm prepared to go to the press and tell them
I
it's your
think.
fault. What
But he
is
basically
the new
they go into
process?
show like
A
how
way to
they break
chemically
it down,
polish
like how they
aluminum.
made this like warehouse-sized computer just
it's
to
traditionally
unscramble the
done by
code.
hand. It's extremely labor intensive. The process could be worth millions.
Who is Tomoko Akamoto?
Dr. McClellan's personal assistant. She came highly recommended.
Akamoto was involved in industrial espionage. Was she working for you or for a foreign government?
That's a ridiculous assertion. How can you possibly say
The
she was a spy?
briefcase.
How many of your other employees carry spy cameras in their handbags?
Jesus, Mary and Joseph, she was selling me out.
If she wasn't a foreign spy, who could she have been working for?
There could be other plating companies, but the big customers for the process are the aircraft manufacturers. Lockheed, Boeing, Hughes, North American.
South American.
What can you tell us about McClellan?
A brilliant chemist. He approached me a few months ago with the idea for the new process.
So no one has ever done this before.
No, but it's legitimate research.
So you thought McClellan could do what no one else could do. You were prepared to take that risk.
Look, he was a trained chemist, and his ideas could revolutionize electroplating.
And you would be rich.
I'm a businessman. What's wrong with turning a buck?
You blew up 6 blocks. God knows how many people are dead.
I regret that.
That's
There you go.
laudable.
We'll be in touch, Mr. Nicholson. Can you send us Dr. McClellan and Miss Akamoto's personnel files?
I will if I can find them.
By the way, we also found the collar of a shirt. It has a laundry tag.
They're likely to be Dr. McClellan. The majority of people who worked here don't use a laundry service.
All right. And speaking of, since we're playing a Rockstar game, GTA 5 has finally opened up the casino, which to me is kind of a, I don't know, I see it as kind of a big fuck you, because that was something that they were saying, oh yeah, we'll get it open first off on the PS3 360 era of consoles, and well as, hey, it'll be available in single player, which it's not. And
You think McClellan went up in smoke? Or is he still alive?
You'd ask the same question about Tomoko Akamoto.
I guess you could. You got an answer?
Not yet. But I'm working on it.
And I don't know, to me it's just it's kind of an annoyance, the fact that it was a whole console generation before this thing opened up, and of course they're going to put it in
Detective Phelps, badge 1247.
multiplayer, because that way they can still crank out money for,
Can you speak
hey,
to
I'm
someone
going
at the
to
Army
chip
Air
in
Force
$20
base
of
for me,
my
please?
real money to get, I don't know,
course,
$1 million or something like that. I don't know
Tell them I have what
because
I
I've
believe
never
is an
played
aircraft
online.
part. It's polished metal, light
I played
for its
online, but I
size.
never
It
put
looks like
money
a cone
towards
of some
it.
sort. It's stamped on the inside.
And
P&W Wasp Major R4360.
it's just another way for them to get to, get people to drop real money
I need an address
for either
Superior
playing at the
Laundry
casino
Services.
or trying to work on the missions to own the casino, if you can do that. I don't know.
4766 Melrose Avenue.
Thanks for your help.
But the weird thing about it, though, is somehow they get around, Rockstar has somehow gotten around the term gambling in the game. Because, you pay real money, you get you get credits. Like, you get in-game currency, which then you can turn into chips, which then you can pay at the casino. The thing is you can't take whatever chips you win and reverse it back into real money. So that's how they get around it being quote-unquote gambling. Even though you're blatantly, playing blackjack, roulette, horse racing, slot machines. Like, it's just kind of one of those weird workarounds. But I mean, if it works, it works. And I meant to talk about this yesterday, but completely slipped my mind because I was so focused on trying to make any kind of progression in Metroid Prime. But I created my first D&D character. I've been wanting to play it for some time. And my buddy's wife, she's a big player of it, and when he told me about it, I talked to her about it. One of her friends who still lives here in Arizona, there's like other, I guess they're a group that they play. Like, one's in California, one's in Maine, one's in Florida, one's in Arizona. Like, they're all over the fucking country. And I guess before they all kind of, went their ways or whatever, they would all play D&D, right? Because they all worked together right after, the place was closed. And I guess now there's this online version. Oh, how about that? Dead guy in a freezer.
Somebody turned the place over. Do you think I could fit
Probably.
in there? I couldn't fit in there.
I'd like to think you would have had something more to say about getting shoved in a fridge, Herschel.
So I guess they used to make, I've played zero D&D.
One to the head, one to the heart.
But
point blank.
I guess they had some really long campaigns, and with everybody's schedule and with, time zones being anywhere from like 1 to 3 to 4 hour difference.
Could be a class ring.
I guess they're deciding to make a 1-day campaign. So I made a character, a little simple, what is it? Chaotic neutral
Lindbergh.
paladin.
Very expensive watch.
And
heavy by flyboys.
Like I
always wanted
when I was talking to my buddy's wife and
As a kid, all I wanted was some
dungeon
food on the
master,
table.
she was like, let me create the character. Let me create the campaign. She's finalizing with some other people about, creating their characters or whatever. But I named my character Isaac Clarke after Dead Space because literally right before I got online to create my character, I was playing Dead Space. So I was just like, yeah, sure. To me,
you know what this is, Biggs?
every time that I play,
Sure. That apartment gives you one of
like
those. when
for
you're
some
tired.
reason, when I was creating the D&D character, I was like, man, this reminds me of Diablo for whatever reason. And anytime I ever play Diablo, I always start with a paladin. Diablo 2, Diablo 3, I always start with the paladin class because to me, I see
Looks like we have a match.
the paladin class as, oh, hello, microfilm.
Interesting thing, this Sakamoto. What is it exactly?
Microfilm.
Wee,
A document shrunk to the size of your thumbnail.
Rod must have amazing
put it
eyesight.
in a projector, buddy. Skeletons in the icebox trophy. But like I said, anytime I play like Diablo 2 or
Biggs,
3,
edge
for
525.
like the first time,
I'll
I
need a
always
couple
do
of black and
Paladin
white.
because to me Paladin is
133
kind
North
of one
Vermont
of those.
Avenue, Wilshire.
It's not that it's
We'll
a
need an
bad
ambulance in the
character. I
corner.
think it's more of
Probably
that.
a
Here's
team
that
from technical
introductory character
services
where
as
you
well.
can just run in, smash people's faces in with a mace, and just beat the game. You're not having to worry about like Necromancer, where you're having to worry about, okay, my skeletons are available for 20 seconds, and I gotta constantly, raise the dead, raise the dead, raise the dead. Oh my, it's kind of one of those. It's not as intricate as some of the other characters.
An infiltration in the moving picture industry
Dude,
not be considered
hurry the fuck
or
up and get in the
interpreted
car. Where are you?
as an attack on the industry itself. Nor should our investigation be interpreted as an attack on the majority of persons associated with this great industry. I have
Get
every
in the car.
confidence that the vast majority of movie workers are patriotic and loyal Americans.
A long list
Get
of prominent
in the car.
motion picture witnesses appear before the committee. Speaking for the films, Eric Johnston, president of the Motion Picture Association, talks
Thank
frankly
you.
concerning the attitude of the
hell is that
producers.
all about?
We are accused of having communists and communist sympathizers in our employ. Undoubtedly, there are such persons in Hollywood, as you will find elsewhere in America. We do not shield nor defend them. We want them exposed. We're not responsible for the political or economic ideas of any individual, but we are responsible for what goes on the screen. We guard that with great care. If communists have
What did I
attempted to
hit?
inject their propaganda into the motion picture, they have failed.
What was that? I hit an invisible wall.
Permit them to succeed.
KTI is a member of the American
Okay.
Central Broadcasting
I
Network.
mean, I literally have no idea what that was, but
For 4 years, the brave men of our United States Armed Forces fought gallantly on distant foreign shores to secure our freedom and our future. Now we have our
I know it's not the same guy, but this dude who's talking on the radio reminds me of, is it Andrew Ryan from Bioshock?
I'm Leland Monroe, and I'm here today to offer you every peacetime soldier's wildest dream.
I am Andrew Ryan.
House and land packages, your shining knight can rule his very own kingdom on a half-acre.
That's another series I want
here in the heart
to
of
dive
Los Angeles.
into.
These are modern, elegant houses, priced competitively.
Once I get around to it. Probably gonna go with, I don't know, maybe Bioshock Infinite first, because I don't know. To me, that was my favorite one, and the one that's most memorable for me. I know a lot of people have a lot of complaints about it, but
what do you need?
I don't know. To me, I really
Phelps and
really
Biggs,
like that game
LAPD.
over-
We have one of your laundry tags. Can you tell
especially
us who it
over
might
two,
belong
'cause I
to?
have
Are you
zero
kidding?
memory
I got
of-
work to do, Mac. Here's the customer book. Knock
I have
yourself
zero
out.
memory of Bioshock 2.
Number was J2620, Cole.
Oh, Oscar Hangstrom. 3 jackets and 1 shirt.
Who is Hangstrom?
Could be someone else from the factory. Does he have an
Nope.
address?
Pick up.
No. Dead end. Thank you for all your help, sir. Operator, give me dispatch.
You are spotted. We knock out
Putting you
spots.
through now.
Do you care to look?
Detective Phelps, badge 1247. Messages, please.
You need to call Ray Pinker urgently.
Can you put me through?
It's ringing now.
We're on our way in.
Nix that. I got a message from Lindbergh Field. An airplane tech there identified your part.
What is it?
He said it was a prop spinner from either a Corsair or a B-50.
A what?
2 different types of planes.
Fits over the center of the propeller and protects the pitch gearing.
So it's a military part.
Could be, but get this. The Spruce Goose runs 8 Wasp R-4360s. I think you better get over there and check it out.
We're on it.
What was that?
I need an address for an Oscar Hangstrom.
Checking. No residential listing for anyone by that name, Detective. Sorry.
So it's
Thank
Nameless. No, I was actually watching the episode of The Simpsons where they bring the casino in, and they just, when he said the Spruce Goose, it just reminded me of Mr. Burns. He goes, "Oh, we'll take the Spruce Moose. Hop in." I said, "Well, sir," I said, "Hop in." there's an achievement right here.
This is a military project, gentlemen. Can you state your business?
Detectives, Phelps and Biggs, LAPD. We're investigating the explosion. We have reason to believe there may be a link to Hughes' aircraft.
I'm sorry, I can't help you there, Detective. Without authorization from Military HQ, you won't be allowed onto this facility.
What seems to be the problem, gentlemen? Hey, Biggs. You're not still with the LAPD.
Afraid so, mates. Can you help us out here?
Sure. What seems to be the problem?
We're working the big explosion at the electroplating plant. Found a part there that belongs to one of your planes.
I work head of security for Mr. Hughes now. I'll take full responsibility. I'm sure we can clear this up. Follow me. It's the big hangar. You can't miss it.
So, well, obviously it's not right
Who
there.
is Mapes?
But
What's
there's
his
a
connection to
part
Howard
later on
Hughes?
where you actually end
Vernon
up
Mapes
getting
used
into a
to work
shootout.
advice.
And the achievement
Word is he
you have
runs
to
fuck
shoot
pads for
3
Hughes' starlets.
drivers before they get out.
Earl and Mapes would seem.
Mapes was the role model for creeps like Earl.
Follow me.
Good day, miss. Can that thing really fly?
Mr. Hughes believes so. Amazing, isn't she?
So, this is the spruce scoop.
Jesus Christ, Biggs, you want to get me fired? Mr. Hughes hates that fucking name. It's the H-4 Hercules to you.
You mind answering a few questions, Mr. Mapes?
Call me Vernon, kid. Fire away.
Do you know anything about the explosion that happened at Nicholson Electroplating this morning?
No more than anyone else. Heard the boom while I was shaving. Almost shit my pants. Thought it was Pearl all over again.
But you had no personal contact with any of the employees. And you have no idea what caused the explosion.
I'm in security. I handle Mr. Hughes' personal interests, if you get my meaning. I'm not directly involved in manufacturing.
Do you know Tomoko Akamoto?
Never heard of the broad. Why?
There it is.
You don't happen to wear an LAPD tie pin, do you, Mapes?
Sometimes. I have a couple of them from my days on the force.
Hey, do you mind? We're kind of...
Wait a second. Didn't you want to talk?
Do you know the chief chemist at Nicholson Electroplating, a Harold McClellan?
I've heard of the guy. He was pitching some fancy process to the company.
We know that you were sending parts to Nicholson for testing. Question is whether you were going through Nicholson or cutting your own deal with McClellan.
Interesting theory, kid. How you gonna prove any of that?
We will prove it with... Oh, the prop spinner.
We found a prop spinner in the wreckage. We believe it belongs to this aircraft.
We sent them some aluminum parts to test. Howard and the Boffins were interested in this guy McClellan's theories. McClellan was cutting out Nicholson. That's not our problem.
Thanks for your help, Mr. Mapes. Do you mind if we have a look around while we're here?
Sure. Knock yourself out.
Want to take a look inside?